of it time, as it were foretold in the future. And why did I just go into like a Spanish and a French accent? I don't know. But it is Tekken time. Tekken grind time, baby. It is that Tekken grind of its time. With special guest, Anime and Waffle. But yeah, I need to practice too, Waffles. I need to practice too. So, quick session. Participants to 2. Get that to a private slot. Open this up. Load, you sheepiness. Game application. You shall tremble and falter to the will of the true Cray. And we're back. View screen gone. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. We are making progress. We are we are in it to win it and push it to the limit. In it to win it, to push it to the limit, to push it to the limit, push it to the limit. Yo, we got Waffles in the house. I mean, yeah, I'll share it on Twitter. I'ma share it on Twitter.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Armor King.
Get ready for the next battle.
Armor King. Armor King. Armor King. Armor King. Armor King. Armor King.
Round 1. Fight.
Getting used to the stick, I can tell. Ugh. Ooh.
Round three. Fight.
Eh. Ugh. A lot different than Pad. I will say that, Waffles. You got it a lot different than Pad. Actually, speaking of which, we're just gonna have a chat since I got the mics fit. Since I got a new mic anyway. Oh, didn't mean to do that. One sec, chat. You're still getting blue screen. And then really quick like. Alright, now we're back. Still working on the movement. Yeah.
Round one.
It's gotta be a lot of back quarter circles. Like a lot. Alright, you ready? You ready? What's up? What's up? Yeah, so you're still working on the movement? Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say like the main man says, like how he does the back quarter circle motion. That's probably the best way to get the wave view down, especially on a stick, is to do it backwards into forward motion. Did you like tweak any of the tension on it at all? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the only time I've touched a stick recently has just been like when I went to the arcade a few times this year. Yeah. Oh yeah.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Yeah. Like the one thing I usually do at the arcade, um, whenever like I'll play Jin or something, I will like have a awkward tilt, like down forward, like close to down forward, and then I'll slap forward, and then just instantly do that rotate to down forward, and that will like that got me an electric actually like a lot. Oh yeah. Which game?
Round 4. Fight.
Ah, Under Night. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, for 2D games, I mean, like sticks are kind of viable. I mean, for Tekken too, they're very viable for Tekken. But I would say like in a 2D environment though, you're only doing like, you know, 2 motions half the time. But for Tekken, it's like you really need like a lot of time to really get used to the stick. Because essentially you're just relearning the game. Yeah, a character like Anna's gonna take you time.
Get ready for the next battle.
Well, I mean, I would check and see like if you can tweak the tension on the stick at all, because that's what makes the difference. Oh, I take it it's not one of those ones that let you just like pop it open.
Round 1.
Yeah, it makes your life easier for once you start to make the tweaks. Cause like, does it feel hard or does it feel soft? Like when you move? Oh, it's very soft. So he must have been playing like a ton of 2Ds with it then. Cause I know with 2D fighters you want it soft. Cause like, yeah, with 2D fighters you want it soft. Cause like as soon as you change it too, it's gonna change your experience in that game. Once you tweak it to like work for Tekken. Oh, nice.
Round three. Fight.
Oh yeah, definitely on stick. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Round four. Fight.
It was on the test. I had to go for another one. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like, definitely tweak the tension on that stick. Because that's what's going to make the difference, right? Because I was thinking about switching over to a stick, but I think if I do switch from pad, the only thing I'm probably going to force myself to maybe learn, which I probably won't even have to relearn, would be a mix box. I don't want to do a hitbox. I tried a hitbox back in the day. A buddy of mine let me borrow his. It was cool, but it took me, I want to say, like maybe 2 months to really memorize like which fingers on my left hand were up, down, left, right.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah, yeah. And that's essentially who Mixbox is for, is are for PC players that are, you know, interested in joining like the FGC. That was an electric, but that was an instant shutdown because both those moves are the same frame. So it was really a gamble on who was gonna give it to when we did it. Oh, that was a good one. His raise drive's so good, it creates a 50-50 on its own. Because it's just like, you know you have to duck the grab, but then it's like, oh, I forgot what I was doing. I really gotta work on that blue spark confirm. And I'm using my like relaxed character. Ah, that doesn't work. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you want to like basically like kind of stretch your legs a bit forward in front of you and really, really straighten out your back in your chair with a handheld stick. Or you can be one of those guys who gets a stool or a mini table and put it in front of you so you can keep your gamer stance. Because some people do that. I saw one of the Evo highlights where this guy made like a mini arcade cabinet for Tekken, and then he just got his ass whooped. It was hilarious. What's up, Cody? Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah, whenever I'm at the arcade, it's always open hand. I can never I don't know how people do that, like just gripping it for dear life. That is just like, oh my god. That kills the stick. Like, supposed to slapstick it. Slapstick it. I learned that from my ex-girlfriend. Gotta give her the Urkel pants. Oh, Twinkle Toes almost landed. Oh, that was a good punish. I was trying to do the waifu one, but then you like jabbed me out of it, so it committed me to that. I was like, okay, game. That's what I like. Like, commit me to the moves that work. Oh. You turn it on and off, but it will literally force you, like, on top of learning the stick, it's gonna force you to have to like learn to play in that awkward position. And that's why like you see like a lot of because like I'm very suspect of a lot of things, and I do believe that a lot of the top people in a lot of fighting games unfortunately use turbos, especially on their streams, and that's why they don't place very high in tournaments, is because they've become too used to that function. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, but I can tell you're not using a turbo because it's like your movement isn't freaking crazy. Ooh, that tracks so much. Alright, did that to myself. I had back pain. You gotta slapstick it. If it's as soft as you say it is, you gotta loose hand slap it with every motion. Yeah. Cause that's me. Whenever I hit the arcade and I sit down at Tekken, it's like I check the sticks. It's like the loose stick. I'm like, nah, I'm good on that. And I go to that firm one. Like, nah. We Gucci on those loose sticks.
Round one. Fight.
But it works. That's all that counts. With the thumbs up at the end. Oh my, it tracks that far. Jesus.
Round three.
There is an electric. Yeah, if it's not sounding like the main man stream, then you're not doing it right. The hashish. Oh. The hashish. No. I think I made the rock proud with that one.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist tournament.
I gotta get that Fang Wei practice in and get ready for Leroy Jones. Leroy Smith, I mean. Well, she had some of the most interesting frames in Tekken 6. Well, I would say like
Get ready for the
they
final
weren't good, but it was the fact that every move could dodge something. That's what made like good Zafina players stand out. Was like they knew like if you're going for a mid, they would do that like one kick where she would just like go low, but it's a high. It's like what? It's like she completely ducks you, but then kicks you in the face. Like, okay, Zafina.
round one. Fight.
Oh God. Yeah, I heard a lot of people say she was like far worse in Tag 2 than she was in 6. Hey, you catching me not committing to these strings.
Round two. Fight.
Oh. Hey girl, let me whisper in your ear real quick. Let me tell you about these other fools out here, girl. Oh, that side of the wall always forces me out of block. I don't know why. You gotta be aware of the arena at all times. Oh. Oh. Luckily, I suck at the chain grabs. I might just start doing the easy one. I think it's like 1 plus 3 into 1 plus 2. Like, luckily, I suck at the chain grabs. Like, I play Armor King basically like JDCR. Very limited grabs. Yeah, yeah. The one thing I think that they were kind of showing off a little bit with Leroy was that he may be an instant counter to Fang, Lei, and Law in particular. Because, like, I don't remember if it was Law or Lei, but I do remember in the trailer he grabbed like one of their kicks out of the air, and I'm like, what? He'll have like a Lars anti-air grab where if you just press grab in there in the air, it just activates. It's not what I want. At this point, I'm just trying to do giant swing because that's the only useful grab, really. But I don't remember if it's like a full circle back. It's the problem with playing too many characters. Now I'm doing double Jin's command grab, which I actually got pretty good at. I can do it more consistently now. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'll just consult the chicken. Because I forgot, can't really look at move lists in casuals anymore. I hate that they took that out. Like, that was the point of casuals. Ooh. I literally had to do it at the end of that for the tracking to not catch me. Oh. But that was on the right side, so it doesn't count. Yeah, I was low-key buffering super. Because I was either going to manually do it or just press the button. And then I was like, wait a second. Yeah, it's front, back, full circle, one. That, okay. I don't know why I just remembered giant swing, but I gotta remember that I usually get it if I buffer it out of Weibo. Ugh. Ugh. It has no range at all. Out of all his moves, the one you would think that should have range does not. Oh. Oh, I pressed a button. I don't know why. Like, I'm completely safe on that because that move is slow. Well, that move, well, that low when it's stuff, uh, puts me at negative, I believe, 4 or something like that. And so you would be at negative 3 or 2, which means I really should have just blocked there because I've been blocking it the whole time. And then I was like, I can press a button, and it was like, no. Yeah, they just need to make characters like Lei and Katarina get stuffed on a lot more of their lows than just one. Yeah. Yeah, they made him annoying in this because it's like he has to rely on his lows in this Tekken, and I'm like, oh my god, Blade never played like this before. That's AK. Yeah, that punch will lead to a full launch if I get the timing down. Same with that one. Don't have the timing down yet. Oh, flexing on them. Oh. Oh. It's like that one congressman said, if it wasn't for rape and incest, some of us wouldn't have been here. That's if the Bible is true. No. No, you cannot tell a Christian at all. Yeah.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, because the Bible only talks about the Middle East. But I'm not gonna get too political on stream, but I'm just gonna say like it's ironic that our president claims to be a Christian and doesn't like brown people. That to me is ironic. Yeah. That's right, Armor King doesn't have a wall grab. Clean sidestep every time. That's why I hate playing people with turbos, because the clean sidestep just doesn't work against the turbo. Yeah, it will really turn down your tournament performance as well too. Like it literally will. Yeah. The Weibo into the lucha kick. You seriously thought the shoulder or the the dark upper was coming. It was just another lucha kick. That's like my favorite AK mix-up. Is like Weibo lucha kick. Like nobody ever thinks it's gonna happen. It's like Jin. You do Weibo into flop. They think an electric's coming, so they duck. Does just as much as an electric, if not more, on counter hit. I still haven't seen anybody do it in tournament yet. I want someone to do Weibo into flop in tournament on somebody. Like, I want it to happen to, like, a top-tier player, too. Where, like, they're going against, like, Cherry Berry Mango, and then he just goes... It is. That is. You had a tail whip. Oh. That shoulder is +5 on block. With a thumbs up. Oh. Oh, nice read, nice read. I overcommitted there. I knew it wasn't gonna reach. I knew the whole time, chat. Who? Armor King? His sweep? No, his sweep isn't. His get up 4, I believe, is only +4, I believe, or no, it's only +7. Because like get up moves are the only moves that are below 10 frames. That was good. That was good because that was gonna be the full burning knuckle. Oh, great. Marvel Infinite or Marvel 2?
Get ready for the next battle.
Like, Marvel 2 is by far the best, but Marvel 3 was my favorite. Like, everybody is in Marvel 3. Like, everybody is in Marvel 3. Like, Marvel 3 became the modern day Marvel 2. Like, it literally did. You had Beautiful Joe, you had Shimagora, you had Ghost Rider, you had Deadpool, you had everybody. Like, these kids are just now learning about these characters from the movies. Like, Jesus. But I blame that game for starting the Deadpool fanboy base. Well, the Lucha Kick evades at the peak when he's like fully off the ground before his hands even touch it. Yeah. Ugh. Well, I dropped that completely. This is this is good. This is progress. You're getting electrics out. You're getting waivus in. That's why you go with a mix box. Nobody can claim you're cheating because it's not a hitbox. There are a couple of tournaments that are banning hitboxes though. Yeah, because like a couple of people covered like how you can hold up and down at the same time, and then like I guess Super Akuma got his panties in a bunch and was like, you could do it on stick, but it was like you have to let go of the buttons to hold up on the D-pad and down on the right stick. But then you have to set your right stick to movement as well, though. Like, so it's more complicated. Which is like, here's the difference, Super Akuma. Pad players are putting themselves at risk if they do that. Like, yeah. Yeah, like, playing against the hitbox player is, like, stupid hard, in general. And then it's the fact that, like, any of your moves that force them in a crouch, if they're holding up and forward at the same time, they get an automatic sidestep from it. Right. Oh, I thought it was too. Yeah, like, um, but I guess like Super Akuma always has like a ton of shit around him because there's the controversy of him using a turbo in a tournament that he got second in, and then he made an excuse about that. He was just like, I mean, but like I got second, so it's not like the turbo like really helped, and everybody that he beat was like so pissed because they're just like, bro, like exactly. It's just like, what are you talking about? Just like and then like yeah, it's like the turbo thing, the hitbox since he switched to hitboxes. Um Him finding like the infinite Akuma combo in Tekken that they had to patch out. Like that, like it's just, it doesn't end with him. Yeah. People do it online. Uh-oh. Well, I would say call your provider. Uh-oh. Let me get away from that part of the wall, because I just cannot block on that part of the wall for some reason. Oh. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh. I finally got my invincible frame. So I saw that second stomp coming. Isn't that the best feeling? I don't know why I randomly remembered the DDT in that match, but it just came to mind. I was like, "Oh yeah, he has the DDT. Let me just whip that out." Yeah, it's so much stronger than King's. I think King's only does like 30 or like 35, something like that, and Armor King's is like straight 50. Uh-oh. Ooh. At least you'll be able to buffer a blue spark easier on stick with Steve. That part always messes up for me. Why is his back one so good? Ooh. Oh.
Round four. Fight.
You had me on the edge with that one, am I even gonna lie? I was like, oh shit, oh shit. Oh yeah, you just gotta learn those knee setups now. You gotta do what Knee didn't do against Arslan's Kazumi. When you're in tournament and you see a high level Kazumi, just remember, don't do what Knee did. It was like you should have stuck with Paul. Like I don't even like Paul, but you should have stuck with him. Like, ooh, a Hell Lancer. Ah. Ah. Always pressing buttons. That's my vape.
Get ready for the next battle.
I've just grown past using the 1-2-4 combo as a panic attack with Kazuya. Because it's like every Kazuya that I encounter, like just they're just it's like loyal Noctis players with the aura with that move. Just like my God, I can never get the timing down to like get the poke throughs like how they do it. But since I've been getting back into Kazuya, it's just made the matchup easier because I'm like, oh, what are they gonna do? 1-2-4 combo. Like, get ready to low parry. Oh, that was a good Dempsey roll. I'm always too close. Ooh. Oh, that's right, your back one's better. Oh God. I tried to poke at my back one, but then your back one was like, you're not 10 frames. You're 15. Again, it's you're 15. Jesus, that back one. I should have went for an electric or a hell sweep. Oh, no delay hop kick for me today. Oh. Nice. When in doubt, stick to the simple frames. Pretty much. At this point, it's true because so many words get added to the English dictionary that the rest of the world now officially has to learn English just to know what the hell Americans are talking about. It's like we walk across the street and you're like, yeet! And they're just like, what does that mean? I'm flossing on these hoes. Like, Flossing on a garden tool? How do you floss a garden tool? Like- exactly. Like, I'm Gucci from head to feet, and they're like, I've never seen that brand that you're wearing. I don't think that's Gucci. Like, yeah. Hey, best 10 frame Punisher in the game goes to Flash Punch, okay? Well, the historical reason comes from slave times, but why people still eat them? Well, because they are pig organs. Yeah. That stuff is so weird to me. I gotta take a piss, that's why I had to go SSJ right there. I like that they like probably looked back on the Dragon Ball games when Arc System landed the Dragon Ball Fighters deal, and they're like, wow, we could have made better DBZ games back in the day. Fuck it, let's just make Kazuya go SSJ and double. In Tag 2 and in 7. But I'm gonna take a piss really quick. One sec, cat. Alright, now hear me out on this.
King of Iron Fist
A lot of
Tournament
people
7.
want a Tag 3, but I'm pretty sure
Kazuya Mishima.
we might get Dissidia tag fighting game. Final Fantasy Dissidia tag fighting. Simply because Square Enix and Bandai Namco have been helping each other out with the new FF7 remake. So I feel as though instead of a Tag 2, well, Tag 3 before Tekken 8 comes out, because they want to keep Tekken alive for 5 more years. Well, this Tekken alive for 5 more years. I think with season three is probably going to be our last season. Um, and for the next 5 years after, before, I would say like a year before we get Tekken 8 announced, we're going to have a Final Fantasy fighter that kind of plays a little bit like Tekken and Soul Calibur, but with like the Dissidia elements of still like collecting gear and weapons and stuff. Because I found that fun about the first Dissidia. Because I was like one of the few people that did play it. I was like one of the top players in the world actually too. Fun fact, chat. Look up Thento1278 on the Dissidia servers. I might not be top anymore since I stopped playing it, but I was one of the top at the time. I mained Jet and Sephiroth, and Cloud was my pocket character. Well, actually, that'd be a lie. More like Onion Knight was my pocket character. Did you just deflect my twin pistons? I should have committed to that block. I mean, that's how an arena fighter should be, in my opinion. Yeah, it's pink season over here. That's like the oldest setup in the book. You whiff the 3-1 and then just do back on those two. Kazuya's like, I learned that flex from my daddy. He learned that from Heihachi. He learned that flex.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
I'm going with my girl Yulia.
Get ready for the next battle.
I really low-key should just be practicing my double gen. And um, I'm not sure who I want as a backup character because there's a monthly that I know I won't make it to because it's like way up north in my state. And like I even just looked up like how to get there by a bus and I have to take like 4 buses and a train and it's a 10-hour ride. I was like, oh my god.
Okay, here goes.
But one of my if one of my Tekken buds here is going, like I'll see if I can like ride with him. Ugh. Yulia Chang. She is Yulia Chang. I tried the single player. I am not feeling it. The single player, it caused me to get tilted. Well, it's not that for me. What caused me to get tilted was like such and such hit you with a Spitfire 6 times, but I unload R99 with a blue clip. Half of it was headshots, didn't miss a single shot, and 6 shots decimates me. Well, it takes a lot of swinging. I swung to get here. Funny and true. We're ready for that next up. What? I just ran straight into the grass? I've never seen that happen before. Uh-oh. Yulia. Yulia. That's why I love Julia.
Get ready for the next battle.
I hate that villain.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah, like I usually just I go on Twitch, I turn on a stream, and then like I'll usually pass out to that. Like last night I was watching some of the No Man's Sky, and I was watching these streamers like literally tank the economy of a planet, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this again, because yeah, that was fun doing dumb shit like that. Because when it first came out, I would play it with a bud, and me and him would just pass the controller back and forth. And like we tanked the economy of a planet before. That shit was funny. It's like you find the rarest item, and then you find a shop, and you just keep selling like the rare items there, and like they'll be worth like millions of dollars at first. But then it's like the more you sell, obviously the more it dilutes the market until it's like worth nothing, and then you have to go to another like planet or another system entirely just to get money from it. Yeah, it was funny as hell because they were finding like ultra rare items that started out as millions, and then like after like about an hour it was like only worth like a couple thousand. I was like, I remember doing that dumb shit. Just like, why is the price dropping? And then it was like, my bud ended up looking it up. It was like, oh shit, like these are actual markets. Like, oh, I thought it was just a game. But I mean, the one feature that I really wanted the most was like getting the freighter ships, and like you can get that now. Ah, you didn't commit, Julia. I committed to it. You didn't commit to it. Oh, that's doing a lot. The happy music went away so quick. I think you Dempsey rolled too soon, and that caused your hitbox to get active. The Superman punch. It's not as bad as Paul's dead fist. At least it doesn't melt half a health bar. Like yeah, yeah, that's like my boy last one, how he got you super tilted. Like he was honest with me too. He was like, when I came to this game, I wanted to be a Jin main because it was my first Tekken. But then he was like, I got my ass kicked, and then Frost told me like, bro, like you suck. I'm gonna be honest, just use Paul. And he's like, that's just how I got all the way to Eternal Ruler. Like at least he was honest. Because he seriously can't use any other character but Paul. Like, he's that bad. But it's like now I can give him a run for his money because it's like I'm so used to the Paul matchup. I now know, like, to sidestep him. Oh god. Oh god. Uh. That's all I had. Don't pay attention to the thighs. Oh. Are you sure, Tekken? It's a good thing you stopped that. I was gonna go full wall carry with the rage drives. Her rage drive is pretty nasty. Definitely a lot cleaner with Steve than you were with Heihachi, though. Well, they abuse all of his strong suits. That's just how
Here goes.
a lot of people play him now. Because they buffed his damage to insanity. I don't get that one. Yeah, it's very hard streaming onto it. Very hard. And I don't think there's crossplay on Overwatch, is there?
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I wasn't capitalizing on my counter hit.
Get ready for the next battle.
That's Julia.
Okay, here goes.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, what? No clash? Oh. Oh. Tekken? Okay. Had me. I'm not sure if that move is variable. Yulia. I mean, I could choose my real main, Asuka, then nobody would be happy. Asuka's not that hard, though. All she is a double gen with less options. Oh, that dude definitely had a turbo on though. Oh, he had a turbo on. He literally like was just and I wouldn't be surprised if he was on a hitbox. Because of how fast he was like buffering, like back down, back down, back down. It's just like ridiculous. And I was like, why are you using a turbo? This is not ideal or fun. Yeah. And like after you left the lobby, like a turbo geese came in. Geese house.
Get ready for the next
Nah. This geese house. I know how it's a geese house. This geese house. Geese house. I think in one of the KOF games it actually was called Geese House. It was like a horrible translation.
round one. Fight.
I bet that was supposed to be an electric. Ah, that's right, only 2 for Lars. Because they need to nerf his damage. Because no reason. They just need to. Well, that was supposed to be secret input, and then you hit me out of it. Oh, trust me, I know that one's hard on 6 to do with DJ. Ooh, man.
Round three. Fight.
Silent entry into a secret input. it's the same input for the secret input of the Rage Drive. So like instead of using a 1 to break it, you use a 2 to break that stone head. Because it's no longer a 1 grab. And he grabs you with his right hand as well. That's the giveaway that it's different. Oh, whoa, camera. Yeah, it literally went all the way in the background. Uh-oh. Oh no! I thought that was a double still pedal coming out where you're just backing up. I was like, uh-oh, here comes the still pedal. Nope, just back it up.
Get ready for the next battle.
See, the thing with Lars that a lot of people fail to realize is that you don't need a complicated combo to get damage with them. You just have to stick with the moves that do high damage, unfortunately. Yeah. It's like most Lars matchups are stick with pokes, get a big launcher, and then go into a combo. But I just don't like the complicated combos. That's why I just stick with the simple meaty damage.
Round one. Fight.
I learned that from my dad. Sheesh. Uh-oh, don't own the rights to that song, YouTube. Oh. Remember, it becomes a 2-break. They don't teach you that in the move list. That I did on my own, and I was like, wait a second, what the hell? I was like, 2 plus 3 becomes 2 new completely different grabs. Oh, almost out of the way. That was just me reading the incoming electric and sidestepping to the right spot. Because, Kazuya's has well, regular gens has the most tracking. Kazuya's has the second best. Heihachi has the third best, and Devil Gens is the most linear. Devil Gen's electric hardly tracks to the right. It only tracks to the left. But regular Gen is so good though, because it's like when you sidestep right, if you do it too soon, it's gonna hit you. It's like you have to late sidestep his electric. Because there's been times where it's like I've clean sidestepped it, but it's even like hit me from his back. I was just like, what the hell?
Round one. Fight.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh. I feel like that move should tell with. Oh, Stonehead. Oh, nice, nice. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Oh my god, he just refuses to jump on the wall. He's good keep out there. I don't own the rights to this music, YouTube. BT dubs, don't dox me.
Get ready for the next battle.
This is a cover version, YouTube. BT dubs. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I give you your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music. I will share it, but today. See, that's the one plus side of Twitch is like, you don't have to really worry about that. What was that, Lars? That was not the cancel I wanted. He will not wall jump today. Lars. Like, Armor King hit every single last one. Lars refuses to. Lisa is his love interest. As weird as that sounds. She is. She's just underused now. Elisa. The robot. Yeah. Like, remember in story mode in Tekken 6 he's like questioning himself because he's like in love with a dead girl? Now, if her dad gave her one, that's kind of weird. But I do know, like, they joke that, like, her dad basically, made her, like, an anime character. Oh, nice. I should've just did something else. Not sure how that's gonna work. Yeah. Oh, no Aqua Blast. Uh-oh. And nothing changed, YouTube. I still don't own the rights to this song. They will try and get you like that because they've got me a couple times. They're like, part of the video, like, especially with Apex, it's like someone's playing music and I say it, that part's not demonetized. But later in the night, I forget to say it, that part's demonetized. Like, YouTube, what? Don't own the rights to this either. But it's a good song, YouTube.
Round one. Fight.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Get ready for the next battle.
Don't want to wake up those cars. When you said they have cars and they have kids, that killed me. Like, don't wake up those guys. Don't want Lightning McQueen to knock on your door and be like, "You want me to give you that chow?" Don't get hit with that ka-chow. Next fighting game confirmed. Cars Fighters. Ugh. Oh. Oh. Oh, good choice. I should have did the kick instead. Oh, what was that, Lars? Ah. I slipped and hit back three. Had to do the delay. Had to do the delay there. Yeah, let me just give up on that wall jump with Lars today. Oh, I stepped right into it. Hail Mary. Like I said, like just mess around with the tension on it. And once you find like a sweet spot for yourself, like, you know, also, you know, I would say go to the FGC page and see what like the what is it? Not the requirements, but like the what the best tension setup is. But everybody's different though. So like that's just kind of that's more subjective than that. Because I know Koreans, they tighten the tension like to the max on their sticks. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just to make sure they are. Oh. Did it too late again. I have literally only given up on Imperial Wrath. If it's a full combo, I'll do it now. Yeah. Aww. No plus frames on that arc class. I guess I was still negative. Yeah, it's a huge difference. Don't own the rights to that song either, YouTube. DT dubs. Don't dox me, bro. Don't dox me. Undernight? Yeah. I mean that game looks interesting, but it's so animated for me that I'm like Blaze Blue maybe, but I don't know. Now the new Guilty Gear looks interesting, but now they're adding auto combos to it, so I'm kind of like, No, old Guilty Gear did not have auto combos. So that's why I'm kind of like, whatever. But Guilty Gear was supposed to be like... Yeah, I'll just eat that one. Like I have one sliver left. You always know what I'm gonna press 2 on that one. A high damaging combo for DJ would be double electric into stand 1 into back 2-4 into back 2-3, my bad. And then you can end that with like an electric. You can end that with 3+4. You can even end it with Heaven's Gate. It's a little tricky too though, but that's what I recently found. I just don't do it a lot because it's very hard to have it consistent. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, that was a buffer for a manual super. I didn't press the button on that one. Because you can't trust the button all the time. I thought you were gonna charge that thing up. Oh, you did. You put me at -10. Jesus. Yeah, I'm so negative right now. This is not good. Ah. Trying to get to that main man level. It's pink season out here, boys. Pink season. Did you switch from pad to controller? I mean, from stick to pad just now. Now you gotta readjust your brain to the pad again. Your controller's pissed at you. That's probably why it's throwing out misinputs. I mean, real talk though, this is probably news for the chat too though. I probably lightly touched on this like last year, but whenever I go to the arcade, I always come back with new tech that like I find just from messing around or just playing people. Like people that have no clue what they're doing, but then they're like, they'll whip out something that I've never seen. And I'm just like, do that again. And I'm like, what? Oh yeah, they have a way of just finding tech. Yeah, like well, this particular Lars combo I found on the PS4. But a couple of my gym combos just came from messing around in the arcade. Like that 1-1 walk area that I do with him, that was like the arcade. I was like playing this kid who did that and I was like, wow, that's actually like simple and useful. So I took it. Because before I was doing 1-2-4, but the damage smells with that, actually. And so just doing 2 1s into a down 4 1-4 is actually like a lot more damaging. Oh, that was a good read. That was a good read. Yeah, that was a long one, so I was able to just keep backing up from that. You can press 1 or 2 on the head grab, because remember the head grab is both kicks. So that is the only grab in the game that allows you to press 1 or 2. and they each have a different timing. I believe one breaks it while you're still on the ground, and two breaks it when you're in the air. So it's like if you want to side switch, then go for the two break on the head grab. But if you want to stay in the same position, then just instantly just hover one. I haven't heard this song in a while. I like the dubstep version of it. Also, don't own the rights to that, YouTube. Man, I am looking forward to next year. I can actually catch Star-Lord in concert. That is my dude. Because what's happening is you're probably thinking of tech on your stick, and you're trying to implement that onto pad now. Telling you, hitbox and mixbox. Oh. You get a free backdash if you cancel it. A free backdash. You can't beat that because the best things in life are free. Well, unless you do porn, then that's a different story. I guess you got paid. Wait, what? She gave people chlamydia? Oh, so that's why she broke up with Soda Poppin'? Well, Soda Poppin' broke up with her. You do. Yeah, you do. You do. You see very few of it, though. Well, very little of it. Yeah. I mean, she did. There are, like, multiple videos of her letting, like, guys busting her, so it's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Not to mention, it's like, what what a lot of people don't put into consideration, this is for my older viewers chat, is that like when jumping into the porn industry, you have to understand that it is a job that kind of works like a 9 to 5. So they do videos back to back to back. So that is pretty nasty of her. Yeah. Yeah, well, I say nowadays a lot more are made in like 1 to 2 takes, because it's like that. I don't really get guys who want to judge the cinematography of porn, but like I guess that fan base does not like the whole like obvious cuts to different places in the same porn. Yeah. It's like first you're in a bedroom, now you're at the beach. Like how? Like same two people. But here's how I look at it: it's like we're all here to watch one thing: people be nasty. Like let's like, let's not care about the location for a second. Yeah. I'm actually low key like considering I'm like low key considering possibly looking for that industry, simply because it's like as a guy like you make about like 4 or 5 grand a month, like as a guy, but like a female she can make up to like 6, 7 grand. They get paid. Yeah, most guys in that industry like will usually do about like I think it was somewhere like between like 4 or 5 in a week, and that's about it. But it's like some of those are in the same day as well too, you know, so it's like, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean, it's like, you know, like for me, it's like it's mostly just like the money. It's like the fun aspect of it is a factor. Don't get me wrong. But like there have been people in the industry that are like, you know, like for some guys, they're like, it ruins your libido like horribly, because it's just like you now need like 5 girls in the same room just just to get it up. Like what? Pretty much. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, the money is just, it's too stupid good. But you also need a lawyer because, like, with the internet, you know, a lot of it gets stolen. So you get a lot back in taxes, and that's where a lot of the money nowadays comes from. Is not just taxes, but like the I forget what it's called, but it's like your lawyer will basically search and see how many people illegally uploaded it, and then your company contacts the courts, and like you will get a check every month on top of like your paycheck from the company, depending on how often they pay you, which most porn companies I believe pay like once a week, which is reasonable because it's like you're getting, you know, like $2,000 a week pretty much. So it's like, okay. Yeah. Ooh. The pushback from Still Pedal can really fuck you over, a DJ. It's like What I usually get into the habit of, if I do a still pedal, I'll do a still pedal and then I'll do like a down forward two, or I'll do a back two, and I just won't complete it, just in case they duck. Well, if they duck, I complete it, but I do the back two just in case they do duck, just so I know to complete it. But it's always like still pedal and then something different, and then still pedal again and then something different. It's because it's like you gotta regain the spacing, basically, because the knockback will just keep going further and further. Because that's what I was doing down, not down three, but back four with Lars, is because it's like your pushback push me further away, but my pushback doesn't really push you far. And so once it was an optimal range, it just landed. First wall down. You think you'd have time to block those. It's so finicky on the timing of it. And for good reason though, too. Because if you were able to block every armor attack, I don't think that'd be fair. Oh, nice. Yeah, I had nothing fast enough in time to come out of silent, well, dynamic. Oh yeah. What was that like? But yeah, I'm actually call it here to take a break, so I don't swallow my stream with Tekken, since that's not the last game. Because that's what I did yesterday. I switched it up, started with Apex, and then went over stream Tekken for like 3.5 hours, just about. But yeah, good shit. I got some decent practice in with a couple of characters. I can't beat that there. But yeah, thanks for coming back. And you heard it, chat. We will be coming back with Apex. Give it like an hour, maybe half an hour, chat, and then I'll be back on with Apex with Waffles again, and we'll have some more interesting and funny conversations. Other than that, I'm the True Crazy, or the True Crazy, whatever you want to call it. This has been a stream, not goodbye, just peace out. Peace out. Oh yeah.